Recently, I had a cause to engage one of my family friends in a conversation after he made an investment purchase. Now, he bought, towards his retirement, he bought over 500 plots of land in a particular state. Yes, he bought 500 plots of land in Akwa Ibom State for, some reasonable amount of money. 500 plots of land in Akwa Ibom State. And then I was engaging him, why do you have to make that kind of decision? Why do you have to buy this amount of land in Akwa Ibom? And he said, yeah, it was cheaper and he's hoping to resell it in the future to get more value for it. And I'm like, why didn't you decide to buy in Lagos or Abuja or an emerging city? Yeah, there are quite a number of them. There is Port Harcourt, there is Asaba, there is Enugu. There is quite a number of places you could buy that kind of quantity of land and get real value for it. His point was that he wanted to buy cheaper, right? Because it's amounted to more plot of land for him. Now, and I compared this to what is happening also in Lagos, where you have somebody would take 500, 600 million naira to buy just 600 square meters of land somewhere in Lekki Phase 1 or in VI, why that same amount of money can actually buy you hectares and hectares of land in Ekpe axis. Now, you may be wondering, is it a wise investment decision? Buying one plot of land in a prime location like Lekki Phase 1 or VI for 500 million than buying hectares of land for that same 500 million, but you're going to get like 100 or 200 plus from it. Now, many people will who have different opinion about this investment decision or style. So, but there is something every investor is looking out for. And you can't hold anybody to a position. So you allow people to make decisions based on what they want or based on what they are trying to achieve. Now, for the person who bought in Lekki Phase 1, that could be a very smart investment. And I tell you why. Because that investment in that location can be able to sell faster, can appreciate faster, and there are so many opportunities he can gain from that property than the person who bought hectares of land in Ekpe that in the next 5 to 10 years is still managing to grow or within a very reasonable amount of growth value. So this is a decision many people are making every day. And the reason why I'm making this video is why location is very, very important when you're buying real estate. Location, yeah, you hear this this maxim, location, location, location. Yes, location is very, very important. In fact, it's one of the pillars that tells you exactly what the value of your investment is. And there's a reason for that. Now, I'm particular about Abuja right now because Abuja is really drastically changing. The minister of FCT, Nyesom Wike, has been doing a fantastic job. You can't take it away from him. A lot is currently happening in Abuja, and I'm one of those people, when I get to come to Abuja, I appreciate the expansion, I appreciate the road. Everywhere is, there's a huge construction going on around Abuja, and it has to do with infrastructures. And this is very, very important, especially when you are buying real estate. So why am I making this video? There's the kind of investments you make and you see that location matters more than the property itself. And you may be wondering why, and that is why I'm doing this video, because I want you to understand something many of you have not been actually looking closely at. And why location? What drives property appreciation? What drives property values? Before buying real estate, everybody has a plan. Most people buying real estate knows why they are buying it. But most people may be buying that without understanding fully why location is important for them. Number one is that location drives value. A property in a high demand location may cost more or may be valued more than property in a place where nobody's asking you Are you ready to sell? So that's why you see many people are going into town, into cities, buying those small little bulk of lands. Those space, 1,000 square meter, 1,500 square meter, 500 square meter is in high demand right now in already growth areas. So because there's a huge demand for those areas, so people go there instead of buying acres of land somewhere, they go there and buy just one plot because they know that whatever they put there, there's a demand for that. And that is one reason why people choose to look at location than the property itself. Because the location, the particular location where your investment is located can drive value based on the number of people in that location, based on the number of people who are looking for properties, either for rentals, either for short let, or developers who are looking to buy lands to build. And number two is better accessibility. Yes, when you have a good road network or a well accessible property, or a property that has, airport, train, road network around its proximity, there is a huge value attached to these properties because people do not want to spend a long time commuting from one place to the other. So they want to buy a property where it could take them just minutes from point A to point B, either to get to their office from their home, or to get from their home to the airport, or to buy property within a particular neighborhood where you have their church, their kids' school, a supermarket, a local market where they can go for grocery shopping and things like that. So people want to buy properties that is easily accessible, properties in the locations that are easily accessible. So buying a property in a location that is easily accessible adds more value to that property because people will rather pay much to buy properties in those places because they want easy commute access to work, to friends, to church, to school. So it is very, very important that whenever you are buying a property, you should not forget these fundamentals. Better accessibility gives more value to your property. And number three is high demand. Yes, Abuja, being the federal capital territory, is drawing a huge demand from people. People are running away practically from Lagos. If you stay in Lagos, you understand what it means when you go to outside Lagos and you wonder if it's still in the same country, because Lagos is quite chaotic, populated, and there's a lot of pressure in Lagos. But people tend to move to other locations, and one location people tend to move right now aside from Lagos is the Federal Capital Territory, where you have the seat of power, where you have a lot of administrations, where you have a lot of parastatals, where you have a lot of international organizations, where you have a lot of embassies located. People are moving towards the Federal Capital Territory, and the current infrastructure currently in the Federal Capital Territory speaks for itself, and you can't take that away from Abuja right now. People are moving to that location because of high demand, because people can actually find work, people can actually find good schools, people can actually find better opportunity within those places. Abuja is quite accessible right now. Everywhere links to everywhere. You can go from one end to Abuja to another end of Abuja twice or thrice in a day. But this cannot be said in so many other locations. So Abuja is quite networking itself into a web, and it's very, very easy for anyone within any part of Abuja to get to any part of Abuja. So this is very important. High demand. People are moving into Abuja right now. Businesses, graduates, expats, families are moving. I have several families in this estate where I am in Lagos who have currently relocated to Abuja. And there's a reason why they are doing that. There's a huge demand for businesses, for services, and for graduates who are looking for job opportunities. Abuja is welcoming these people and is opening a lot of base for people to, own something. So that's why people are moving to Abuja to invest in real estate, because there's a high demand of the population of Nigeria moving into that place as the Federal Capital Territory. So this is a very fantastic fundamental that you should not miss when buying property. Look at areas that are going to be having high demand in the future, either now or in the future, and position yourself strategically to welcome those who will be coming into the environment. And all you need to do is to have a property that could serve their need, either for leasing, for renting, or for repurchasing. So whatever it is you are doing, look at these fundamentals, very important. And number 4 is close proximity to amenities. Amenities are very important. It is what makes life worth living. So you can't buy a property in an isolated environment where you don't have access to school, access to church, access to work, access to, facilities that will make life beautiful. This is why it is very important when buying a property, you look at this important fundamental: accessibility to amenities. You have kids that want to go to school. You have a place to worship. You want to go out to your religious center to go and worship with others. You want to go to a hospital in case of an emergency. You want to be able to have a short commute from your home or to wherever it's happening to a hospital. You want a market somewhere very close to your home so you don't have to spend hours in traffic trying to buy just vegetable or groceries for yourself. Or you also do not want to spend a lot of hours trying to risk the life of your young ones by putting them in a school very far away from where you live, because something might happen in between. So people rather find schools. Even if they are not as much standard as they would have wished, they would prefer schools in their location. So people buy properties based on this amenity. So are you positioning your investment within an area where you have access to these amenities? Are you positioning your property where people can easily find a way from there to the church, to school, to supermarket, to hospitals? This is one fundamental you should not miss when investing in real estate, especially when you are looking out for a strategic location for your investment. Position yourselves in areas that are very quick to access amenities. This number 5th reason is future growth. Yes, people are beginning to think about where the people are going, where has a better high potential for return on investment. People are looking for long-term gains. People are looking to buy smaller today and achieve more tomorrow. So they are going to where the future is going. They are looking at the growth of a particular location, of a particular city, of a particular state before they invest in that property. Now, where you're positioning your investment, where you want to buy today, what is the growth, the future growth potential of that investment? What will happen there in 3 years? What will happen there in 10 years? What will happen there in the next few decades, between 10 to 20 years? This is where people begin to position themselves, and this is what is also currently happening in Abuja right now. Abuja is positioning itself as the future growth city. For many people who have been doing real estate in Lagos, going to Abuja right now can open your mind to a lot of things that is currently happening in this country that you may not be looking at right now. And this is a very important area for you to look at. So if you want to buy property today, look at potential future growth investments and position yourselves there, because this is where people will be going. This is where people want to position themselves and buy cheaper and earn more. So the long-term gain is very important, and this is one reason or one fundamental you should not miss when you are looking for a property in a particular location. It's important for you to understand that property can change, but location cannot change. Yes, what you can do in your plot, you can demolish today and build something else. Somebody can buy your house today, demolish it and build something else. Why is that happening? Because they can't change the location where that property is located. So people are buying old houses, demolish it to build new ones, while they still have thousands of vacant lands somewhere else they can actually buy. So that means that location is very, very important. And that is why I'm bringing up this video, because I have a very particular investment located in Abuja right now that is in a very fantastic location, and many people are already jumping on this offer, and I'm sure you might have even heard about it. And it is City View Park and Resort located in Gosa district, not far from Idu train station. So this property is just by Idu train station. It is very close to a major transport hub. It is 20 minutes from the city center. It is 10 to 15 minutes to the airport. It is not far from Lugbe area. So accessibility of this property is fantastic. I'm very, very excited about this project. I am very excited about this project because of its strategic location. So you can, within Gosa district, get across anywhere within Abuja and back in just a few minutes. And there's a lot coming up in these locations that makes it a very good potential investment for investors. So all you need to do is to reach out to us so that we can guide you on how you can take advantage of this property in City View Park and Resort, which is currently selling as of right now, and the price is set to change by the 5th of July. So this is the window of opportunity for you to actually buy this property as an early bird, then enjoy the long-term gain that comes with buying property early in a location with future growth potential. So this is very important. Our prices are quite affordable. This property has a C of O and is FCDA approved, and all you need to do is to book an inspection to see this place. And if you are not in Nigeria, a virtual inspection can also help. So all you need to do is to take advantage of this window of opportunity by making a down deposit of your payments, and all you need to do to secure your plot and also to lock down the price is to make an initial deposit and save yourself the hassle. And you have an opportunity to spread your payments between 0 to 3 months, which is outright, 0 to 6 months, 0 to 12 months, 0 to 18 months, and also 0 to 24 months. So you have a flexible payment plan that can help you make this dream come true. Abuja is quite becoming the best location right now to invest, and you can't stop that from happening. All you need to do is follow the trend. Where are people going? Where are people positioning themselves? You go there, you wait, and then that is how you make profit from real estate. My name remains Frankilo. I'm the CEO of Montwell Properties. I'm also a wealth creator. I own several properties across Nigeria, and the best thing that has ever happened to me is buying property in the right locations. And this is something you do not want to miss. Thank you very much for watching our video. Do not forget to subscribe, like, and share this video to those who you think might be needing this, especially those who are looking forward to buying properties in Lagos right now. Location is very important, and you do not want to miss this opportunity. Thank you very much for stopping by our channel. Until we see you again in another of our episode, keep watching Montwell Properties YouTube channel.